That's good now, Nick. That's how it goes. Appreciate your being here. So a couple of kind kind of crooked on the top. We'll just be crooked on the top now. Um, so a couple of announcements. I know that people were looking for for a finger update. I was at the hand clinic last Thursday. I'm going to be there again tomorrow morning, I think, to be able to check the progress. So I am splint free, but um, that middle finger is still very swollen and very bruised. So I've been working on my range of motion. That's it. That's my range of motion. I will say it started off the day with a little bit better range of motion, but I was making flowers in here today. So you'll see that video next week. But I was making flowers and it was very picky work, and my poor fingers started getting really sore and got swollen. So yeah, so hard to tell how much range of motion I'm going to be able to get with it still being swollen. We'll see. But I am at least out of the splint. Not necessarily pain free, using the heating pad about 4 times a day. But it's a step forward. So much better. Okay, announcements before we start jumping into things. Hey, hi, Tony. I thought that was Tony. I couldn't see your name that far, but it looked like it started with a T, and I took a guess. So, if you didn't see my announcement earlier this week, the new JRV stencils are up and they are loaded onto the site. So there's like color wheel and color swatches. There are 3 different packs of new labels. Can't for the life of me right now think of what kind. Oh, French fruit labels. So French fruit jar labels. And there's another letter transfer that goes on to, there's also label shapes, and there's a little mini pack of all kinds of different crockery and jars and that sort of thing. And there's plates. So she's been doing similar to transferware designs on plates. So a big oval, and there's plates, a whole schmozzle. So yeah, those are all loaded and they're available. I do have a small restocking of IOD happening likely this week. I think that's arriving maybe tomorrow. The good news is that the Q1 IOD release is also on its way to me. It got dropped off into the mail today. And the new release, the product release from the IOD sisters is happening on the 14th. So,
Patty Mo is on YouTube and Lori's on Facebook.
okay, hi Lori, hi Patty. It's like Lori's up there, Patty's down here. But the new IOD release is being announced on the 14th. I have everything preloaded into the website, so I will turn them on once the sisters have done a lot of their product show and tell stuff. And I may not have the product in yet. If it just got dropped off into the mail to me today, I don't know that it will have gotten here by Tuesday, but I was going to say cross my fingers. I still can't do that. Cross my fingers. It might be here by Tuesday. So I am going to turn it on the website anyway. If you are buying online, then I will ship out the day it arrives. And if you are local and you need to come in and I think I said come in and peruse and fondle the new items, then just check in with me, and I'll put a big posting on the Facebook page for sure saying they are in the shop, so you can come and check them out. But you can certainly reserve yours online and then come and pick them up here or have them shipped, whichever you want. So it's going to be very close. I'm only going to be, if they don't arrive on the Tuesday for the launch, they will be here like the Wednesday or the Thursday. So we're at least really close and we're not waiting weeks and weeks and weeks. So bonus on that one. Videos that this week. I don't know if you saw the video today. The little shorts video today was all about how to, it's like an organizing hack for your plastic grocery bags, right? That you get, and they're usually all stuffed inside another bag, and you have about 6 of those bags full of bags. So really cool hack to be able to keep them organized. And I've got the bucket here in the shop, works great. And just the system works kind of like your Kleenex, right? So when you pull a Kleenex out of the box, another one pops up. Same thing for the bags. So it keeps them neat and tidy. Check it out, less than a minute. Cool idea. Monday's video was taking this cream colored plastic frame and turning it into piece of art, piece of decor that you could use on your walls. So we did a blended finish here with spray paint, and we did some aging techniques. This is all white oil wax, so the oil wax from Sweet Pickins, so it's given a different look than a white wax or a dry brush would. This is some aging techniques and some stamping with crackle finish and transfers and things. So that's cool video. And again, just showing you more techniques, things that you can do on any frame. I mean, don't pass up a good frame when you're out thrifting, because they're so versatile in terms of the looks. And I wanted to give you a different look rather than, hey, I painted it black and then white and distressed back to black. So different look, very cool antique kind of look and kind of finish. So check that one out, and then keep that in your toolkit for when you find a cool frame that you want to use that on.
Patty says absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thanks, Patty. So the other piece in the video that it teaches you is, sanding and distressing your transfers. You don't have to, still can't bend it. So need to talk with my right hand. So sanding your transfers, aging the transfers, stamping over top of them. So, we do some dark waxing techniques, all that kind of stuff as well. So check it out again for just picking up some other tips and techniques and ways to be able to use some of your transfers. Fridays.
Tony says I love that frame is beautiful.
Oh, thanks, Tony. I appreciate your saying that, honey. So Friday's video. I did that one. It was kind of all about the traditional POTS transfer. So the transfer from IOD, I think there's 32 different little POTS transfers. So you get a bunch of black ones, you get a page of navy ones, a page of white ones. And this is kind of the traditional way, right? That we tend to use the transfers, sticking them onto canisters or onto terracotta pots, and then done, called it a day. Now, this is lovely. It's available in the shop, this canister set, for $18. But this is one way of using the pots. And what I wanted to do is to give you some other looks, right? So this is using the navy on just some lovely little muslin gift bags. So using it onto the fabric to be able to create just cute little gift bags. I'm just still kind of in the Valentine's mode. So using some of it just as labeling. And then this came from the ephemeral transfer. So little seed packet and some florals. This one was also using it on fabric, but creating a fabric label that you then decoupage onto, in this case, little mini apple baskets. These are in the shop, actually, $8.50 each. But I also wanted to show you to use them just as decor. So this is the white. you know, we painted this out white. It was actually kind of, you know how a lot of times this plaster cast of like cherubs and stuff is kind of that creamy off-white, and it's all kind of scuffed. So what I did do, instead of getting out the paint and then having to seal, I just took white wax. So white wax, and it's done. Cleans it up, seals it, it's finished. I just buffed. And then using the little white transfer in the center, super cute. So take a look at that video. Really, it was about giving you a bunch of different ideas and looks, and just kind of jogging your thinking about different ways of using that. Because it's called traditional pots, everybody thinks it's just for pots. But super cute pictures, cut them apart, use the words in some. I used in this frame that I did, I had cut away some of the words in the traditional pots, and I had them left over. So I was dropping them in on this particular craft. So they're very, very versatile, whether you're using them in their entirety, where you're cutting them apart and you're using the pieces in, if you're doing some scrapbooking, or you're doing some journaling, using them on other pictures, other projects, on fabric, on paper, on ceramics, on glass, whatever. So they have so many design options in there. It's just, it's an overlooked transfer. It's been around for a long time. I don't see it going anywhere because it's so versatile. Something to keep in your mind, because it's just one of those things to have on hand when you just need that little something. It's going to be in the traditional pots. I go to it all the time. Okay, let's jump into a lot of the new stuff that is in the shop this week. It's a little eclectic, you know, that's how it rolls. Oh, I did want to show you. I know that there was a bunch of you that had watched the Paint a Pet video. So that watercolor technique that I showed you, that you could use to be able to sketch out your pet's head, and use watercolor, so you didn't have to draw, you didn't have to paint. And I said you could do it for anything. You could do it for a landscape, or your child or grandchild. Or I decided to try one in more of a funky mode, because I said you don't have to use realistic colors. And for my dog, I had used like blues and things to be able to paint her. But I just wanted to do one that was sort of more funky, to kind of show you it can still look really cool. So I had been in Africa, how long ago is it now? 8 years? 7, 8 years ago?
Yeah.
7, 8 years ago. But trip of a lifetime, absolutely fantastic. And we got to spend a night at the Giraffe Manor, which is awesome. I mean, they were waking us up, tapping on our window. I'm on the second floor, sleeping, and the giraffes at 6 a.m. are knocking on there to be fed out the window. It was just so cool. Anyway, so this is a picture of a giraffe that I took, and then I painted up using that technique. So I wanted something that was very loose, that was very fanciful, very colorful, just in these loose flowing stripes, painted with the watercolors up here so that it all ran. And it still looks pretty cool. Like, it looks like a giraffe. I couldn't have drawn a giraffe. But don't overlook that technique. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it, because it really has a lot of versatility to it. You can do it on a smaller scale if you wanted to do gift cards, and just be able to have a bunch of them on hand to be able to use for whatever occasion. You just write your own sentiment inside, doing it larger. But you can do it in more fanciful colors. And no color. I wanted to show you no coloring within the lines. It free you up. You're not coloring within. You're coloring outside of the lines. Let the paint flow, and it can still look really cool. So I just wanted to show you that option. I'm going to try it on landscape, I think, too, just for fun, because why not? So just another option. Okay, now we're jumping into the new stuff. I'm going to grab this because it's big, and because I'll probably drop I'll fill it with some of the other things. But really cool, solid basket. So it's got the wood trim all the way around, a really heavy woven cording, metal handles on the ends. So great coming into the summer months. I mean, this would look cool with different terracotta pots and floral sticking out. This would be great for being able to haul all of your ketchup and mustards and condiments and, you know, a pot with your forks and knives and things like that outside. We're not at that weather yet, but you know, I'm thinking spring already, so it can't be that far away. Okay, we'll probably still have snow, but you're with me, right? So really versatile little piece, $14 on the website. I have a couple of mugs tonight. These ones are really, I love these. They're different. These are glass mugs. They are in a matte finish, only up to where you've got that dusky rose kind of painted and overlaid over top with the handle. So just kind of a lovely look and something different from like ceramic or porcelain. So selling those as a pair for $12, and I love those. Okay, let me tuck those over there. And I'm going to do, well, you know what? I'm going to do the other mug that I have as well. So this one is $8. It's a one of, and it's a really cute little giraffe. Okay. Ooh, 2 giraffes in one night. Didn't plan that, but look how cute that is. So cute little giraffe. And I like this because sometimes with these fancy handles, right? They're really not very comfortable, but you know, whether you're a 2-finger, 3-finger, or 4-finger, I've got a big hand and it fits in there, and you kind of use the head as a brace. So a lot of times they're a weird shape or they're not very comfortable in the hand. This is super cute and very comfortable to drink from. So $8 for him. Okay, I'm not going to do the weird thing yet. And when we get to the weird thing, you can help me out with maybe what it's called, because I called it a weird name. All right, this guy, this I believe is resin, and it's just a really cute little rustic chicken hen on a nest. It's not a box, it's just a cute little decor item for $7. But he's got the distressing, kind of the golden yellow basket on the bottom, and I just like him. He's just nice and rustic. All right, because this is in a bowl that I need to show you. I have a paperweight. So this paperweight, so a couple of things to watch for when you're looking at paperweights is you want to look for the clarity of the glass. You don't want it to be smoky. You want it to be nice and crystal clear. This has got really good clarity. And ideally, if it's really professionally done, the bottom is highly polished. They're not all. Usually if they're from China, they're not polished on the bottom. This one, this is a Canadian paperweight. So it has cobalt blue base that has like 8 indents around the side, so you can see how it kind of goes in and out. And there is a deliberate air bubble put into each of those indents. And then rising up from the bottom are all kinds of little bubbles up the side. I've got some good pictures. And then the big red Millefiori maple leaf in the center.
Looks
So,
like a Toronto Maple Leaf symbol.
mm-hmm.
For any hockey fans.
Okay, well, there you go. If you're a hockey fan, I'm not, but if you are, this is for you. If you're just a fan of Canada. All right, so usually if you're a fan of Canada, you're supposed to say you're also a hockey fan. It's just not my thing. All right, but $20, which is an awesome price for that. It's a good size and a good weight for that paperweight as well. Okay, I'm going to show you this one first because I have two.
Betty Ann says hi, better late than never.
Hey, Betty Ann, welcome.
Facebook.
So I have two glass pedestal dishes tonight, totally different. This one is a pressed glass. So it's pressed glass for $14. And this one I like. I don't often pick these up, but I got this one because it actually has 3 different scenes. I mean, in here it's got leaves and branches. But here it's got some houses up on the hill and a big tree down in the valley. This one has a bunch of trees and then some buildings on either side. And this one just has a big kind of farmhouse surrounded by trees right in the crux of a valley. So it's just really cute because it had those different scenes around the outside. These pedestal dishes are great from the standpoint that, I mean, you could put a big candle in it and surround it with florals or greenery. You can use it as a fruit bowl. You could put nuts and candy. You can use it in so many ways to be able to stage all kinds of items in your home and in your vignettes. So very versatile. And with it being clear glass, it pretty much goes with anything. Now, this one was an unusual find. So this is a stoneware crock. So it has its stoneware lid. It's in awesome shape. It's got pandas eating bamboo, and then the top also is embossed with bamboo. It has the initials of the maker, SF. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Let me see if I can find it quickly. Sheila Fournier. And it's selling elsewhere for like $45 to $65, $12 in the shop. But just really cute, really unusual. And we know I love stoneware, so and old crocks, so that's just a cool piece. Now, here's the weird one. Okay, I called this a head jug because I had no clue what to call it. So it's got kind of an Aztec-y feel to it with some of the designs around the top and the base. This is the handle, or I guess you could pour it from here because I thought this would have a hole in it to help it pour from the top spout, from the cork, but it doesn't. So it must just be as a different pourer. But then it has this face, and that doesn't look Aztec-y to me. So it's just unusual. So very cool, very unique, kind of funky, kind of fun. $18 for the head jug, which is kind of awesome. And look at this design. It's got feet on there. I don't know. If you know, let me know. Because really, it's just called the head jug on the website because I didn't know what else to call it. But it's just super cool. And I like different things. So that's my really different one for tonight, folks. That's the only weird thing I have. This is a small little casserole dish. I mean, it's oven to tableware. This is a Temptations. It's got the names of different herbs in a circle around the base, and then just kind of sprigs on either side. So this is $9.50. It's got a little bit of crazing right down in the bottom, but nothing major and nothing elsewhere on the piece. So it's just super cute. And I like that kind of curved up sides of it rather than just square cut.
Kareem, DJM says awesome.
Hey, Kareem, nice to see you here. Thanks for tuning in. Okay. Let me go here because I love this. We know I love enamel. There's a lot of loves, but this is one of them. And I just really loved this little enamel pot because it's red and then the white on the inside and then the navy, like that cobalt blue on the handles and the rim. And you just don't see that. So it is intact. There's no major chipping. There's a little bit of scuffing down on the bottom, but it is still functional if you choose to use it that way. I love these to be able to put your potted plants in and to use as decor pieces. This one's $12 and it's just super sweet. I love that. All right, I had my little chicken that I showed you. Let me show you my big one. This guy comes from Portugal. So lovely, lovely green glaze in kind of some different tones of glazing. $17 for him. Good size. I think it's about a foot tall, 12 and a half inches or so. I have the measurements on the website in the description. So queenbeecreationshome.com. All these things are listed there.
Green says, great for summer decor, the red one.
Yeah, for sure. Especially, like just being able to create different vignettes and different looks with some of those pots, and I love the enamel for doing that.
Michelle says, ooh, he's grand.
He's cool. I love him. I really like ceramics from Portugal. That's one of my go-tos. Portugal and Italy for a lot of the ceramics when I can get them. Just the quality is nice, and usually the glazing techniques and just I like that. Okay, let's go from big. We had the big chicken. Let's go to baby. Let's go to little mini hand painted decorative teapot. I'm saying decorative because obviously it's not functional. You would get a little mini taste, but it's hand painted with hummingbirds on either side. And gold trim. It's got like the yellow florals, nice and bright and colorful with that bright pop of blue. Super cute. $8. And I have on my windowsill in my kitchen small little teapots along there, and I was hard pressed not to be keeping this guy. So there was a couple others that I thought, I could swap them out. I could keep this guy and take a different one instead.
For later usage.
So just okay. We know I love pottery too. So look at this big, beautiful. Look at the shape of this. First of all, it's just gorgeous. So it is handmade. It is unsigned. I don't know why potters don't sign their work, but gosh. So I love this kind of the ecru look with those golden spatters on it. But check this out. The inside with those darker caramel shades and some of the blue in there. This is just a gorgeous bowl. It's fully functional. You could use it just as a decor piece if you want to. You could mix your cookies in there if you want to. $18. And it actually, as a mixing bowl, has a really lovely shape. So that's why I'm saying cookies and things. The bowls that just slope out this way, good for decor, not so good for mixing things. Not if you have to cream against the side. This is a really nice functional bowl shape, but you could just use it as decor because it's that pretty. The next thing, I don't tend to do a lot of crystal in the shop. Just, people have a love-hate relationship with it, but I have some crystal in the shop right now. So first of all, what I have, this is called, let me get the right name of the pattern because I'm gonna mess it up. It's called Longchamp Gold. Longchamp. So if you're saying it in English, gold. But it is from Cristal d'Art. So it's really good crystal. It's got the gold rim around the top. It's got an angular cut and a lot of diamond shaped cuts in it. So really faceted nicely. It's a beautiful pattern. And these are fruit or dessert cups. So I have 4 of them. They're $25 in the shop. They sell for about that per cup normally. These are apparently hard to come by. Replacements.com doesn't even have any in stock right now. And the gold is not worn at all. So these are as new. Now, the super cool thing about this is that not only do I have the 4 little fruit or dessert cups, I actually have the fruit or dessert bowl that matches. Now, this is solid. This is making my finger ache. This is solid. This sells for usually, oh gosh, like used maybe $50 is the lowest. It's $25 in the shop as well. Obviously a hefty price to ship because I think it's almost close to 2 kilograms on its own. But just stunning. And, you know, I did them separate because you might want just the cups. You might want the bowl. Beautiful, beautiful. For $50, the whole set together is gorgeous. And they are literally in pristine as new shape. So from that standpoint, they're also a giftable item if you were looking for a special gift for somebody. So they're beautiful. I don't have the boxes though, so sorry. Last thing I was going to show you is the newest picture up on the website for $45. This is called Springfield, and it is a alcohol ink painting in a floating frame. Because usually when I'm doing alcohol ink paintings, I'm painting edge to edge, unlike watercolors. Just because the paper is so different and you're getting the ink flowing. And then this design it had great details going right out to the edges. I didn't want to cover it up with a mat. And then this floating frame, it just worked perfect for this. So this is $45. And I love the gradation in the field, right? With the darks and the light. And then I managed to get some details with rocks, and it's very cool. And when you think about the ink and how it flows and you got to blow and everything. Yeah, I'm looking at the rocks. I did a good job. Okay, that's nice and I'm proud of my work, but $45 in the shop for that. That's it. I think that's what I've got for you for tonight. So Jamie Ray stencils are in. They're in the shop. Check them out. The IOD, the release is happening on the 14th. They will be live on the website the same day, whether I have them or not. I will announce for locals when they actually hit the shop. So you know when it's safe to make a trip in to be able to see them and touch them and buy them and do whatever you want. So we're at least really, really close to the release. 10 new products, guys. So all 10 are pretty cool. And I know from having spoken to a number of you on some of your wish lists of what you would love IOD to do, they got you covered this time. So I think that you'll have a lot of fun creating with a lot of the items from this new release. So we'll see what you think when you see the reveal on the 14th. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I'm off to the hand clinic tomorrow morning, but I made the appointment at 8:30, so I will be in the shop. So it's a little bit later start, not 9 a.m., but I'll be here by 10. And I need to be because I got somebody picking up some furniture, and I've cleared away tons of space back here because I have a piano that's going to be delivered here in the next week or so. And I'm doing a custom paint job on a piano. Okay, it could be fun or it could be cursing. I don't know which, but I at least don't have to arrange the shipping of it, which is awesome. They're taking care of it. That's the best news ever. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you're enjoying your week. Have a great weekend. Look forward to seeing you next week. Watch my videos, please share them out, and I'll see you soon. Take care.